Welcome to the first annual Armwrestling Awards of the year. Today we're going to talk about 2019, and it's not like we just came up with this about 5 minutes ago. We thought about this whole year. It wasn't rash decisions.
10 minutes.
Yeah, and it wasn't like we wanted to do top 10 and then Ryan did it before us. No, it wasn't like that. So today we're going to talk about biggest things in arm wrestling of 2019, because we're very close to end, and I don't think we will have any more big tournaments matchups coming on. Something's going to happen in the end of the year, but I think the biggest things have already happened. So first, let's start with WL. Best match of WL 2019 season. So we discussed it, and there were some matches that were really good. Krasimir versus Barboza was one of them. That was a war, without a doubt.
Probably all matches with Devon Larratt.
All of them were good.
If Devon Larratt is involved, that's already...
That's a match, yeah.
No, but it was a good match with
Wagner,
with
versus
Bertolotto
Todd,
Wagner, with
versus
Todd Hutchings, with Dave.
Yeah, those were super matchups, and like every card has at least some 3 or 2 good matchups in WL. They make those matchups very good, but one that stand out for us with quality. Our favorite of WL season was Sam Harris versus Jeff Hale when they met in the start of the season.
It was a fight for a title, for a Hammer.
Yeah, for Hammer. Yeah.
Not because of some hype before match. But it was still a very wanted match, but the quality and how the fight went
From Jeff being
they met before 2018, and Jeff lost 3-0, I think, or 3-1, and then he wasn't in a match and couldn't do too much before, and mostly people were expecting that we will see the same.
Yeah.
So Sam Harris was huge favorite, and Jeff surprised us. He was 2-0.
Yeah.
And then Sam Harris came back 2-2, and third fight Jeff again get in his position.
Yeah. But there was fouls or something.
There was fouls, and he lost on 3 elbow falls, or how much is allowed in WAL.
Yeah.
And it was
a little controversial
as well, yeah. But it was from quality of arm wrestling for entertainment. It was excellent match.
Yeah, but because the guy was in front of 2-0, and then Sam coming back, and yeah, it was a great match.
If you're talking about WL matches, they are putting together arm wrestlers we want to see, fans want to see. Yeah. So usually all those fights are really unpredictable.
Yeah.
So that's a difference between PAL.
Yeah.
PAL have those 8 athletes.
Yeah.
Draw, and then it's first round.
We'll talk about that. But
in the WL, they
make those matchups we want to see.
Yeah.
If you bother them too much on Instagram or on Facebook, they will make those matchups happen.
Yeah.
Next is PAL, Professional Arm Wrestling League. So basically we're talking about top 8. Best top 8 matchup of the year, and there wasn't much to take out, because most of the matchups went 6-0 or 5-1, and the second matchup, runner-up, would be Kidigali versus Prudnik, because this was one of the matchups that ended 4-2.
I think the only one which
only, yeah.
Or either 6-0 or
5-1.
5-1 was as well Kidigali.
And it was very unpredictable, and it was like how Kidigali took the first round, and then Prudnik came back, and it was a good matchup. But the best matchup was the final. Yeah, it was Vitaly Letin versus Levan Sakinishvili.
Yeah. Of course, after round 3 or 4, you already understand what will happen next. But this first round, those emotions in first round, everyone is expecting. Vitaly
will be able to top roll him,
and even after first sleep, even after first fall, you still don't know what will happen,
The hype behind the match, and it was still, everyone was split close to, Levin was favorite, but everyone know that Vitaly had some chances. And
not the eyes of athletes when we asked before
when we asked
for biggest part of arm wrestlers who were around. I think Vitaly Letin was favorite.
From athlete points, yeah. And that was the best matchup of top 8 on 2019.
Yeah. Before those matchups in a top 8, as well as always in sport, it's impossible to predict something. But I would never say that like Bresnan and Babayo 6-0, same Kurdecha Babayo 6-0. I would say something different. Yeah. But somehow almost all fights went 6-0, and that's a difference with WL. Yeah. In WL there are so many fights 3-2.
3-2, 3-1.
3-1, almost all.
That's completely normal there. Yeah. So it's a different part, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit later.
Again later.
Yeah, again later, Janis. Shut up. Match of the year. So we're talking about all the matchups that happened this year, and there were so many, and the one that stand out for us was Irakli Zarikashvili versus Artur Makarov. They met on Europeans. Irakli beat Makarov, and everyone thought that Makarov would just destroy everyone because he beat Engin.
Irakli won against Makarov in qualifications. And then Irakli had a long and hard fight with
Safranov from
with Azerbaijan. Yeah. He won again, and then he lost even.
He lost.
Safranov sent him to B-side, and then Artur Makarov won him in second
round. He won very easily. But then in World Championship, again, they met again one more time in qualification, and Irakli beat him.
Very similar scenario.
Very similar, yeah. And then they met for going into the finals, semifinals, and again Irakli beat him, and then he lost to Akhtayev. So Irakli and Makarov was one spectacular matchup, completely two different styles, and we posted the video here, and we're gonna post the links. You can find it
because when we're talking about lightweight arm wrestlers, Artur Makarov is, I would say, without question for me, most powerful arm wrestler right now in a lightweight, in a 75 kilo class, and he won European. He won against Engin Terzi super match.
Before that, he won Worlds.
And he was clear favorite for this year's WAF World title as well. Yeah. And like no one else can beat. I think no one else. Maybe me. I don't know. No one else can beat. I think can beat Artur Makarov, but Irakli can.
With his style.
But that's again
styles.
Fight of styles, because there are masters who could maybe beat Irakli.
Yeah, but they would lose to Artur. So and we know this circle of arm wrestling, but great matchups throughout the year, and this is our pick for the match of the year, and it's not one, it's 3 matches. So woo! Next we go return of the year. So return of the year will go to Sarah Beckman. Sarah returned for WL to face Gabriela Vasconcelos. She lost that match. Then she went to Zloty Tour, competed with one arm in a brace, and still won 2 classes. And
it's not about achievements.
No,
it's not. She lost against Gabi, and she won Zloty Tour. I think heavyweights or even 2 classes.
2 classes, but there was not that big.
If
and
we
not
talk about competition,
she won very easily.
There were not really some other super big name in women arm wrestling against her, but that's still achievement. But it's more about what she can give for arm wrestling and what she have done before in arm wrestling, and it's great to see such a big name, overly big name in arm wrestling back on the stage, back on the table again.
Without a doubt, most popular female arm wrestler. Yeah, and we know that, and she will bring not only attention to female arm wrestling, but to arm wrestling altogether to the sport. So we are very happy that Sarah is back. She will get healthy and she will kick ass again.
About return of arm wrestling, John Brzenk.
That's for next year, Janis. That's for next year. We cannot talk about John.
John did pull today. This year we were in Moldova, and he was there as well. And
that was a year ago.
Year ago.
That was a year
okay,
ago.
time is very fast.
That was 2018.
Yeah,
No, we're gonna talk about John in 2020.
John will be back in top 8, very possibly.
And I'm going to pull Frode on March 14, and John Brzezinski's coming there. Yeah, return to Norway as well.
Yeah.
Okay, rising star of 2019. So athletes that really changed throughout the year, just made incredible performances. First, let's talk about Tobias from Sweden. What's his last name, Tobias?
Sprung.
Sprung. Sorry. He surprised all of us by top rolling Dmitry Silayev.
Yeah, but he took second place in his Zloty Tour super heavyweight class with left arm.
And third place on super heavyweight right arm class.
Yeah, and most of arm wrestlers, even in Europe, I think don't know him. And
he was one-time European champion in WAF in juniors.
Not the juniors, in under 21 in the youth.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's came from
nowhere,
from nowhere. He's like north of Sweden is almost nowhere, but he has been champion in a WAF in a youth class before, under 21. So it's just a normal or logical step forward. So he's growing, he's getting older, he's getting stronger.
And maybe he will have a chance to pull on top 8, maybe.
Because it's still a
transition
free spot. Who will fight against Kurdecha?
Yeah, and Kurdecha is another one which we thought about rising star of the year. Alex Kurdecha, like compared him to the first round of top 8 and the last round, the improvement was crazy. He looked so good and he's big guy, strong guy, and smart guy. So
why I want to say that Kurdecha is rising star of this year. It's mostly about his huge potential in future.
Yeah.
That he lost against Ongarbayev,
and then
he lost against
Dmitry Trubin. Yeah.
And he won Rustam Babayev, which is quite big achievement in the world of arm wrestling to beat Babayev. But he's getting better and better. And if we are, he's just like 3 years in arm wrestling, in serious arm wrestling, maybe 4 years in arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And he's 2.2 tall. He's 150, 160 kilos. He's getting better and better. That the future is really, really bright for him.
Yeah, I really think so. I think for next year, I think he will stay in top 8. I think he will win those transitional matches, and he will, depending on his opponents, he might change opinion about him from a lot of people. He very impressed me on Zloty Tour this year, on the final of top 8. But the rising star of the year goes to Oleg Petrenko.
Yeah.
He just crazy strong, crazy good. We noticed him in Moldova 2018.
I noticed him before 2018, I think. In WAF he was third in 85 kilo class.
Second or third?
Third,
yeah.
Hajimurat won.
Hajimurat won. The guy
Kazakhstan was second, and Oleg was third.
Yeah.
In 85 kilo class, then in Moldova.
Yeah.
He believe it was with his left arm.
Yeah. But he
in the class.
Yeah, and he was much smaller when we talked with him. Now he's close to 100 kilos. He will drop to 95. He will be a part of top 8 this year. He won Kiev Cup Open, beating big names in European arm wrestling, in Ukrainian arm wrestling, and in Zloty Tour, perfect performance with right and left arm in 95 kilo class, and third place with both arms in overall. So. I think very, rising star of the year. Yeah. He was just it looks very good for him, and it will be very interesting to see him in top 8.
Yeah. Student of Andrei Pushkar, and physically he's very talented, strong athlete. He's not pulling like Andrei. He's more top roller, more back pressure style arm wrestling, and his back pressure are incredible.
Yeah. The weights that he lifts and the way he just lifts opponents up, it will be very interesting, and it's very hard to predict what's going to happen on top 8. We don't know the matchups, but I want to see him versus anyone there, and I think it will be very interesting matchups. So let's talk about event of the year. Just one event. So we picked just one event which stood out of everything, and we've been to most events in arm wrestling this year.
As usual, if we talk about quantity and number of people, then it's like European Championship, it's WAF, WAF World Championship. If we talk about most
draw of attention and people there and quality and
then it's between like VAL and PAL.
Yeah, but Zloty Tour is on another level. Every year we are there and we're just amazed how everything looks. The team that works there, and we wanted to bring some footage behind the scenes, but there was so much to do that we couldn't make it happen. But Zloty Tour, every year they make it look better and better. And there are people just coming from different countries. I had friends from Estonia, which is very far from them. They came there and they sit on table and just watch the event in VIP zone. So it brings another level of attention and another level of quality.
Quality of organization, quality of
everything.
Everything. Yes. Only thing, of course, is for fans. What organizers are doing in WL for fans when they try to do super matches faster, when they try to do like after 30 seconds referee's grip straps, we are starting fights. So for more entertainment,
it's different.
It's maybe better, but quality for sport, quality for athletes, quality for organization. Zloty Tour is
undisputed champion right now.
Because in a Zloty Tour super fight between Babayev Kurdecha, it was 6-0 Kurdecha, and after second round, more or less you understand that it's over.
Yeah.
And I think the fight went for
another 15-10 minutes.
Not 50-10, like all together it maybe was like 1 hour and 30, 1 hour and 15 minutes, something like that. Like it was so long fight. All those every time it went to strap, strap, then it's foul, referee's grip. It's so slow and. In a WL,
it's very fast.
You are usually done in
20 minutes.
20 minutes. That's a difference.
Like matchups take 15 minutes, and if it's a long matchups, like the longest matchup was 34 minutes. Like the whole video was Jerry versus Todd.
But they were fighting for maybe 25 of those minutes. In a PAL difference, they are fighting Kurdecha, Babayo. Maybe real fight are 2-3 minutes together in all 6 rounds. But the time, all the fight is more than 1 hour.
Yeah, and that is the difference. And we talk about the series. So it's top 8 and WL, and these are two different things. Like we said, WL brings us more of entertainment. We still get we see the athlete, we see who is the better, but they are looser with the rules, and they are faster, more enjoyable to watch. But when we look at the professionalism and the level of when you prepare like an athlete and you really want to have like you know that your elbow needs to stay on a pad and opponents too. Yeah. That is top 8. That is PAL. So I think they both doing great stuff for arm wrestling, just a little bit differently. And we want to see those cross matches. We want to see WL guys facing PAL guys. We need those things to happen, and please make it happen. Most controversial thing in arm wrestling of 2019 was, I think, Todd.
At first, Dave and Devon.
Double King's move. Yeah. But
they went to King's move just because
there was no other option to do that. Yeah,
he was trying everything else is not working. Okay, I will try as well.
Yeah,
he knows.
And like the crazy, like close to 100 million views on Facebook on that small clip. But most controversial, as usual, it goes to WL, and it is Todd versus Jerry. the final of the season and how it all ended, and it was just crazy. And that match was like very close. And just how it all ended with those elbow lifts, and then Michael took the hammer and just goes away, and that was something else. And I think it left us wanting 2020 even more. We want to see like either Devon is gonna face one of them or another matchup from them, because it was super close. In my opinion.
super close.
Super close. And just craziness, all around craziness.
That's a difference. What I said before with WAL. There were so many matches like 2-2, and you're 2-2, and in the final round, and you still don't know who will winner, and you're waiting in a PAL.
Yeah.
Every match is like almost it's 3-0, 4-0. It's done. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. There's possible like 2-3, and then I don't know what will happen if in a PAL if it's 3-3. They have final round.
They have another,
because it's theoretically 6 rounds.
Yeah.
So it's like an extra round, 7, or it's a draw, and after 30 minutes do it again.
What I understood about the concept, because I asked about this, is like if they will make live bets at that time, bets may change. So this is why they need 6 rounds for something. But I think they could have done it with best of 5. You know, you know. But it's completely different than each time we say it. But WL gives us so much entertainment. Like how it ended, I loved it. I just thought like, what's happening next? So that was very fun. So biggest thing in 2019. What happened? I think the biggest thing in arm wrestling was the conflict between Buff and Urpa and Paul, and we still don't know what the consequences of all this will be, because people like athletes don't know, and not only athletes but organizers don't know, like who's banned, who's not banned, what are all the rules, and how we're gonna apply it, because I think this will split, and it's already splitting arm wrestling community in two. And I think we just we need all the leaders to take away their pride and just make peace with this, and think about the athletes. The sport is about the athletes, it's not about them, or anything else.
I would like to see that best thing or biggest thing is something positive in arm wrestling, but that's not positive at all. And
that's not possible. But somehow
many people many arm wrestlers are making fun of this, but. It's ruining sport, ruining sport for sure.
Because a lot of people don't understand that some countries get government support, and countries that don't get government support, they don't understand. Like they don't care about all of this. But it's a big deal if we want arm wrestling to be in every I don't know, every country, on all the big competitions to be there. We need unity. We cannot be split in two. But. Let's get to more fun stuff. Arm wrestling person of the year. Who is it? No, it's not us. It's not us. We're just, and it's not Ryan Bowen as well. Hashtag vectors. It's Devon Larratt. I don't think anyone is doing or has done as a one person for the sport in just recognition for just showing out the sport as Devon has. This year he traveled with big YouTubers. He made so many videos with Juji and Tom, and then the #1 trending video was with Blacktip on Fishing Channel. So all the fans that discover arm wrestling discover Devon Larratt, and then they discover the world behind it. So we get so many new fans just because of these things. And
I can meet someone in Latvia who is not familiar with arm wrestling, and very often only persons that know him from arm wrestling is Devon. Do you know Devon? Like, wow.
Devon is super popular in everywhere. He's the stuff that
if you go do Google search
for arm wrestling, you will at least find some Devon matches on the first page. Last year, Bottom 8. Great event that they hosted and brought a lot of attention to arm wrestling and different stuff. All these videos he's doing and traveling, he travels so much, like the countries he has been this year, and we want to get him in Latvia next year, so we'll try to make that happen. But Devon Larratt, without a doubt, arm wrestling person of the year. The things that he does for the sport are incredible. So we get to the big two. We will start with best female arm wrestler of the year, and it goes to Gabriela Vasconcelos. Gabby was just incredible this year. She, on her debut at WL, just destroyed, manhandled Sarah. And then she went to WAF Worlds, went up a class and won both arms. Now 30-time world champion in WAF.
If it's together, right and left and juniors and
and
everything.
yeah.
It's not like 30 years in a row for
No.
those who-
But and incredible athlete. I think again, great ambassador for the sport.
Yeah, and right now she is okay. There are a few names who could try to beat Gabi, but right now, especially in her weight class, she is the best woman arm wrestler in the world. And
But like, I think she would beat everyone under her, 100%. Yeah. But going up, there's still some ladies.
Eglevet Kute maybe.
Yeah, maybe they will bring Irina Makeyev out
Back. Went to retirement. Mm-hmm.
So Gabi, congratulations in our opinion, and I don't think this is our opinion only. Best female arm wrestler of the year. So, best male athlete of the year. So again, what do you think it is? Is it you, Janis?
Why not?
Drop a comment if you think it's Janis.
I did maybe just one serious competitions this year. So, but same Gabi, she did WAL. She did WAF Worlds. Maybe she did some local competitions in Brazil, but
what's bigger than WAF Worlds and WL? Nothing's bigger than that. But the athlete of the year, Levan Saginishvili. I think not a lot of people will disagree with this. He's again, not like his improvement for the year and dominance, like the names that he beat, because he actually goes and beats all those guys that we want them to beat, and he's very smart. He's learning. He's thinking about all the stuff, and he's super strong, incredibly strong.
He didn't have the chance to compete much, just the top 8.
Yeah,
but
again, he faced strong competition there.
He won all his fights 6-0.
Yeah,
he didn't lose the round.
Yeah,
so
without anyone.
Yeah.
And for 2020. I don't know, maybe we would like to see some Michael Todd coming there and trying to beat him, or Dave Chaffee. Or
right now I don't see anyone in Europe who could beat Levan.
Yeah.
Only
maybe
possible like a few names from USA, and some also only because of the style, like crazy
King's Move.
With King's Move, like Michael or maybe Dave Chaffee in his best shape, but that's only maybe.
Yeah, that's only maybe, and we don't know if those matches can happen because of all the contracts with WL and Paul. But he had, his year was dominant. Last year he stopped going to WAF Worlds and started coming here, and started with beating Chubin. Then it was Bresnan, Kidgali, final with Vitali. Yes. Yeah.
Levan has never lost a fight in a. Theoretically, it's also called professional arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Even in Zloty Tour 2017, he won right and left in a super heavyweight class. He won open class.
Yeah.
In 2018, he won his super matches in a PAL in a Zloty Tour.
Yeah.
2019, he won all his fights in a top 8.
Yeah.
In 3 years in a professional arm wrestling, he has never lost a fight. Never.
Yeah. So super impressive. We want to see if he will still be the best arm wrestler in 2020. Not a lot of guys who can take that title away from him. And what he said, his left is even stronger than his right. And that's just ridiculous. So this is our awards of 2020. What else? Janis, what's your plans for 2020?
WL?
WL. So you will have match, you don't know yet when, but you will have it.
I don't know who, I don't know when.
You don't care. Janis is training.
but I'm ready.
Yeah, you were training while I was making the list in the middle.
Rehab.
Yeah. So for Janis, it's WL. I will have some bottom 8 matches. We will have very great event there. Don't make fun of it. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, before that, with Froden. So I'm doing more I want to try to do more super matches. I don't want to go to Europe or Worlds.
Why not?
For next year. I cannot compete when I have to train someone or have athletes there. I lose too much emotions, and that is. But we will have a lot of interesting things coming up for next year, a lot of content, and thank you for being with us. I don't know, I will post a number on how many subscribers we gained or views we gained for this year, but I think it was a good year for us, yeah. And I hope we brought the best of arm wrestling to you. So stay strong and love arm wrestling.